what's going on, everybody? In today's video, we are doing a review on the new hero shooter Fragpunk. Now, this game came out pretty recently, I think about a week ago, or this past weekend. It's different. As far as your classic hero shooters, I mean, obviously we have a couple things like Valorant, CS:GO is it gives me that CS:GO vibe. And obviously Marvel Rivals is another hero shooter. This one is a FPS based hero shooter. It's super interesting. I haven't really played a whole lot of hero shooters just because I'm usually a controller player, and as you know, if you play CS:GO or you play Valorant, I mean, there are ways, I believe, to play controller, but it's not a plug and play. I think there's maybe a third party software you got to download it and yada yada. So for this one, Fragpunk actually gives you the ability to play on controller. And I'm gonna show you guys some gameplay today, exactly how we did. I enjoyed myself. It was super easy to plug and play. It's available on Epic and Steam. Not an ad, just letting you guys know. Let's get into it, right? So for starters, there's a lot of good look to this game. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. Just like the hit marker sounds, the hit marker look, the vibrance to it, that frag. Obviously it's punk, right? So you got some really cool just visuals to the game. Just first and foremost, the game felt really smooth. The one thing that I will say about Marvel Rivals is when I first got on the game, I had a lot of I felt like it was a lot for my computer to run that game. And for this one, I did download it on Steam. I don't know if that really matters. And I didn't have any problems. Like, it wasn't it didn't say that my graphics card was buggy or something like that. So super easy to download, super easy to play, and that's kind of something that I always struggle with when downloading a new game. I mean, I have a really beefy PC. I just want to be able to play it. You know, I have a 4090 and an i9. So at this point, no game I should have no problem playing any game. This game felt very well put together. And I only played like maybe 3-4 games before I got my review in. It felt good. I feel like for a game usually, you know, that are new, that's hype, you can kind of feel a little bit of bugs, and you could feel that maybe they kind of rushed it and they were just trying to get it out. This game did not have that. It felt very in depth. I mean, they already have a battle pass. They already have the store up and running. It felt really, really good. It's made by NetEase. I don't know what other games they've really made. If you guys know what they've done before, or who these guys are coming from, or what they've done in the past, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to kind of check those games out too, because this is something that was brought to my attention. And I know that Dexerto tweeted that their player count has doubled in the past couple days since they've released this game. So I think it's gonna keep building up. It seemed like a lot of fun. I don't know if it's available on console or anything like that. With the ability to use controllers and how seamless it seemed, I shouldn't see why it wouldn't be on console coming pretty soon here. But yeah, so there's a lot of different entities to this, a lot of different characters. I only got to play with like 3 of them, and then some of them you have to kind of buy, kind of like how gosh, why am I blanking on the battle royale? How Apex has their heroes and their characters. You have to unlock them and buy them. That's something that I'm not really a big fan of. I don't know. I'm not really used to the genre, so I don't really know if that's like how it goes, if that's normal. But I never really kind of got on that. I just want to be able to play the game. I don't want it to be paywalled. I don't want it to be like a pay to win kind of vibe. Or like just like who can ever grind the most. Like, I'm already grinding other games as it is. I don't have enough time to just, you know, grind your game. I know you want me to, but I just would like to have everything open. But that's just me probably just being picky. So I wasn't able to play some of these characters, but obviously a lot coming down the line, and I'm sure they're going to release more and more characters as the seasons and battle passes continue. But it seemed like a lot of fun, a lot of different vibes. I mean, your heroes can do a whole lot just within its own skill set. I think there's like 3 different little like 2 different tacticals, and then like a kind of like a super, I think is what it is. which makes things super interesting from both ends. Obviously, there is a ranked mode already too. I think you have to get to level 30. I only made it to like level 6 or 7. So that will be interesting to see kind of like what they take away, what characters won't be taken away, and how serious their ranked play will be. But it leaves a lot of opportunity for a lot of different game styles, a lot of different variations. It feels like this game could get very chessy. At surface level, even when I was playing it, I was like, there's a lot to this. Even going back, I'm like, I still need to play to understand everything. And kind of, I was just barely getting my feet wet. So it does feel like there's some pretty good depth to this game, which is it's good. I mean, I feel like more people that play it, the more abilities that you're going to be able to do, the gameplays, the game, just the clips you're going to be able to make too. I do like the fact that it's FPS. I felt like when you did aim in, kind of like Valorant and CS:GO, I felt like when you aimed in, you were, it wasn't like a negative thing, but it's like usually hip fire, you know? I did like the fact that if you aimed in, it seemed like you were rewarded for hitting those shots, more so than those games. Because I like FPS, I like to aim in. I don't really like aiming from the side. And I don't know if there's a real difference between that. I'm really not. Like I said, I'm new to this genre, never really played too much, but I like that aspect of it. I like that you can aim in. It felt like almost like a little COD vibe to me. I know I'm a Warzone kid talking about Call of Duty, go figure. But I feel like for me, for being a COD person, you're going to get me on the game because of those aspects. So if that's what they're shooting for, they're hitting it right on the mark. The guns themselves felt good. I used 2 ARs and then one of the subs. Very similar, again, to like actual like gameplay guns that you'll normally see on Call of Duty and stuff like that. Those felt good. The sub felt really good. I liked all of them. Like I said, the hit markers and all those sounds super, super good. It just felt like just dopamine flooding me when I was able to get a kill or get a double kill or get an ace. And so that was a lot of fun as well. I think that the one thing too that makes this game really interesting is they have these things called these power-up cards. And now everybody gets these little point systems. Each teammate and teams get these little power-up cards, and it adds different elements and abilities to the game. So let's just say, for instance, there's one card that if you power it all the way up, you use all your little tokens that you get. It'll give your whole team the ability to slide, which I thought was really cool. Obviously, Warzone kid talking about slide canceling. Oh, go figure. But it did add that extra element, the extra gameplay, the extra game style that isn't always available, but it's really cool when it does come. Like, oh, I could slide this game. And so you're just sliding around the map, making different plays. And that, I mean, there were so many power-up cards. I think I saw like maybe a third of them, maybe. And they said that there was a lot more. Sometimes it gives you 25% health bust. It gives your teammates smaller heads, gives the enemy bigger heads. Easier to shoot, obviously. And that really kind of like threw a monkey in the wrench. So there was one round where I think that they used a power-up card to where it was knives only. And then you're not, how do you prepare for that? You know, you're not really ready. As soon as you get in, you're like, oh, I got to use my knife. Oh God. And so it makes it a lot of fun. I think that that's where this game hits the mark, is the fun part. Obviously we'll see how the ranked is and how serious it can be, but I feel like just for the pure fact of like, oh, I'm going to play this game and I just want to have fun. Like, you could do that immediately. Like, you and your boys get on and just you and your friends have a great time instantly. Like, I don't think that this game had a huge learning curve. It's FPS, hero shooter. You kind of know what you're getting into, but there's just like these little elements that just make the game actually fun. And I think that that's where a lot of games are supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be fun. So this game did a really, really, really good job. If I had to rate it, I think my rating would be, as of right now, an 8 out of 10. I think they did really, really good. I had really no negatives to say about it. The only thing is that I don't like, it kind of sucks because if you don't have a squad, I could see it you obviously being at a real disadvantage, more so than if you were going to other games because of those power-up cards. So like, if your teammates are really focused and you're able to use those power-up cards, then you can have more abilities and have a bigger advantage than your team. So comparative to like normal Valorant and all that stuff, like, yeah, like all these teammates, like you need to learn to use your abilities. But like you have your abilities and then the power up cards on top of that. It can get a little much if you're solo, because that's what I was kind of getting annoyed with. Is like, my teammates aren't using their points, so I can't get these power up cards, but the other teammates they're getting all their power up cards. So, but that's why I think it will be really fun, is because if you do play with your friends and you are able to use up all those power cards, you're gonna have a blast. You're gonna have a lot of fun. The sniping felt good, looked good. I used a sniper like one time and it felt good. You're able to kind of quick scope, which I thought was really fun. But yeah, that is kind of like my honest review. I just got into it. It's super exciting. I think this game is actually going to do really well. I could be wrong, but it looks good, and by the player count going up, it looks like it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to at least try. So let me know if you guys are going to try this game. Let me know if you get this interested you. Let me know if you guys like this kind of content. It really helped me out, guys. Please, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much. Please leave a like, comment, and maybe hit that notification bell. It helps more than you guys know. I'm really trying to build up my presence here again, really trying to get you guys some new content. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.